Hi, today I'm going to take you through setting up voice agents using LiveKit powered by Speechmatics. So as the first step, you would clone the agents repo from LiveKit, which I've already done, and check out the folder. In this folder, you have to create a new virtual environment so that you can later set up variables and install any dependencies, just as good practice. Once you set up the virtual environment, activate that. Now it's time to install some dependencies. So think about all the packages that you're going to be using through LiveKit. So the basic LiveKit package, the Speechmatics package, the ElevenLabs package, which is the one that I'm using for text-to-speech. As an LLM, I'm going to be using GPT-4.1, which is powered by OpenAI. And also for powering the voice activity detection, which is VAD, I'm going to be using the default Solero package that's provided. So the way to do that would be execute the pip install instruction with the LiveKit Agents package across all of them. There, that's done. The next one would be to set up your environment variables, which I've done already in a .env file, so that whenever you're loading your initial program, those environment variables, which would contain your API keys, are loaded into the runtime. And the next step would be to set up your agent or agents.py file, which I've done here, and maybe just taking a quick look at the code. So we've imported all the dependencies here, all the plugins are imported here as well. In the initial setup, we're using a very basic prompt in this scenario, and come to the meat, which is the Speechmatics plugin. And there's a bunch of things that this plugin will allow you to do. So the first one is setting up language. Like any speech-to-text engine, you can choose from a host of languages. As a plugin, we support over 55 with a lot more on the way. It allows you to select something called operating points, which is standard versus enhanced, enhanced being the more powerful and accurate model. Something else that we built in is called end of utterance. This configuration here will basically allow you to choose after how many seconds of silence do we finalize whatever we've detected. The new feature that we bring to the table is called diarization. Now, diarization will allow your voice bot to detect multiple speakers. So as default, we label them as S1, S2, S3, S4, so on, up to a limit of 20 speakers. You can also configure this to be a lower number of maximum speakers if you know that there's a limited number of speakers in the room that are going to be interacting with the voice bot. Something else that you should be able to do is what we call custom dictionary. And the configuration for that is going to come through this additional vocab section. What this allows you to do is add a new word or boost an existing word in the vocabulary, where you'll add the word under content parameter and then add sounds like. Now, sounds like could be in multiple formats. You could be highlighting it sounds like an existing word, or you could also break it down in this format. We also support phonemes, so depending on however you're comfortable, this could be done. In the rest of the program, just using GPT-4o Mini right out of the box, ElevenLabs TTS, using a pre-configured voice ID, ElevenLabs Turbo V2 model because they recommend using that for English in voice bots. And for turn detection, just using LiveKit's multilingual model that they offer. This is a lightweight model that runs on your device locally without needing anything else. I've also set up the Solero VAD, which is required so that your agent is interruptible, but you can choose to remove that if that's not a requirement. And once this is done, save this in the same directory where you've cloned the agents repo, and then it's time to download the dependencies. So what this command does is it downloads all the model files and the plugin files that are specified as requirements in each of the plugins, very specifically when we're thinking about the VAD model, as well as whenever we're thinking about the turn detector model. These need to be run locally on your device. So that's what this command does. And that's it. We're done setting up dependencies. And this would be a good time to now start running the program. So the command to do that would be Python, and followed by agent, whatever your file name is, and console. Why are we writing console here? Because we want to run everything in the console in front of us. And let's test it out.
Hello, I'm here to assist you. What do you need help with today?
Hey, hi there. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I am having a hard time choosing which sandwich I should have for lunch. Do you have any recommendations?
How about a classic turkey sandwich or a veggie wrap? Both are tasty options.
Turkey.
No problem. How about a grilled cheese or a ham and cheese sandwich?
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, thank you for your assistance. I'll come back to you in a bit.
You're welcome. Feel free to return anytime. Enjoy your lunch.
That's it. That's how you build a voice agent using LiveKit with Speechmatics as the STT. And as a next step, we're going to see how this works with the LiveKit playground. So you need to have the agent running in the background before you start the playground. To start the LiveKit playground, you need to clone the repository from GitHub, go to the folder where it's been set up, install the dependencies using npm install. Once that is done, run it in dev mode. Once it is installed, you need to set up your local environmental dependencies. Again, similar to what we did for the voice bot, to make sure all your API keys are in place. Very importantly, all the API keys that you're setting up, especially for the LiveKit API keys and the URL, they need to be the same as your agent is using, so that whenever you set up a room, your agent is in the same room, and when you join from the interface, you join the same room as well. That's something I've done already. It's the best idea to do all of this again in an environment. Time to run this. Once the playground's running, then next step, we just take our browser to localhost port 3000, where the playground should be functional already. Next step, connect the room, and your agent should already be in the room.
Hello, I can help with questions or tasks related to speech. I'm here to help. What do you need?
I still need help with my sandwich. I know you helped me out previously, but I didn't find that one. Do you reckon I can find something with prawns?
You can make a prawn sandwich with prawns, mayo and lettuce. Would you like more ideas?
What would I call this if I go into the store?
You can ask for a prawn sandwich or prawn roll.
That is stupid. Thank you. I appreciate that. So that's how you set up LiveKit voice agents using Speechmatics on the playground. I put the links to the GitHub repo as well as the code down below in the description. See you next time.